And we're told more and more and more about the importance of video. We're just hammered about video. It's the future, it's this, it's that, it's the way marketing's going. YouTube is considered to be one of the biggest marketing engines and search engines on the planet. And is it really that important? Alan Cox from Show and Tell Marketing joins us to talk about video. How are you, Alan?
I'm well, thank you. Well, it doesn't sound too good, but I'm fine.
Oh, look, we'll sort your throat out with you. It's all right. Video. Is it really that important?
Yes, in a word, yes, it's actually crucial. But on its own, it's not enough. It's got to be part of a system. And because there's no point, the first part is building trust, getting people, hitting your target market with content. So we propose that people write blogs so that they reach their target market. But then there's no point in having great content if you don't promote it.
Yep.
So then we actually broadcast across social media, and this is where video comes in. We then make a video, and I would recommend anyone else do this, make a video based on the blog post. So you take the key elements out of the post so that appeal to your target market and put it up on YouTube, Vimeo, Dailymotion, there's several others, plus your social media, LinkedIn, Twitter and Facebook.
The writing of blogs, I've heard heaps of people, and I'm a fairly proficient writer, and I find writing blogs difficult. To actually come up with enough substance, sit down, have the focus and the attention and make it articulate and interesting enough and entertaining enough for someone to actually sit there for a few minutes and read. How does someone get started on writing blogs?
What if I told you you could write a 1,200 word blog with 600 words?
I'd say that's half a blog.
That's right. But that's actually what we do because we curate the rest. Now, Google want us to do this because they want people to find the good quality content.
Sure.
And so we source, and we recommend other people do this, source reputable websites like University Research, Psychology Today, in their industry, any reputable industry website, government departments, not just from Australia, but all over the world. And you actually curate and bring that in to your blog post. You then add original content, whether you're commenting on that. And whether you're agreeing or you can agree with it or you can disagree with it.
So it's like doing a movie review, effectively.
Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's what we propose that people do. And that means you can actually write blogs and you're getting quality links into the blog from government sites, universities.
And of course those links then help you with your search engine optimization, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, that's clever.
And the other part of it is that you don't need so much anyway, the technical SEO, because the SEO is built into the writing of the web, of the blog post.
Yeah, okay. So that makes a lot of sense. Plus also, it gives you a pretty good starting point because that, I know we all experience it, that whole writer's block thing. Oh, I've got to sit down and write a blog. What am I going to start with? What's it going to be about? What's the objective of it? All those sorts of things. That's possibly harder than writing the blog itself, getting to that bit. Whereas if you're actually taking existing material and effectively writing a review of it or writing an opinion piece about it, you've got your starting point already done.
Correct. And you can write an opinion on it, but you can also say, well, this supports our claim that. You don't need SEO anymore because you can SEO the blog post.
Yeah.
Because we've got articles from Google saying just that. And so that's what you need to do.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. The transition of writing a blog or a review, if you like, for lack of a better word, and then translating that to a video. What's the steps and what does that do for you?
Well, once you've written the blog post, you've actually written your video script. So what you want to do is pull the main points, the headlines, the sections that are going to appeal to your target market, that they're going to relate to, that you're going to hook in with them. So you just grab those. You don't go into detail. You just grab those headlines and you say a little bit about it, and you actually put them up as bullet points, or I use whiteboard videos.
Yep.
Or the very basic animated videos that are quite fun to make the points, because the idea is not to educate with the video, it's to promote, and it's to get people to say, gee, that looks interesting, I want to go to your website.
Yeah, yeah, because that's the other thing is I suppose this new process that we're now using online promotion is the old-fashioned way, if you like, the old traditional media way, was you ran ads in the paper or on radio or television to sell stuff. It's, I've got this on sale today for, $99. And that was actually the whole purpose of advertising. Had nothing to do with credibility, had nothing to do with trust, nothing to do with branding really, other than you had your logo in the corner, but it was all about selling stuff. Whereas the new age doesn't work that way. You actually, people need to actually trust you first, don't they?
Oh, they do. There's the three basics, isn't there? And trust is the huge one. So you need to trust the person to buy from you needs to trust you. You then got to promote out to get them in. And then once you've got them in, you need to convert the lead into a contact.
Yeah.
I used to say sales, but we don't actually convert them into a sale. That's up to the business owner to do.
Yes.
That's their last piece.
Yeah.
But we use technology to actually get the contact, to connect with you.
Now, the concept of actually producing a video is, for most people, it's pretty daunting. I mean, we're all amateur photographers now with mobile phones being what they are, and every night on the news you actually probably see more amateur footage from a phone than you do from a television cameraman these days. So everyone's sort of familiar with it, but no one's really comfortable with it, are they? It's like, well, how do you do this so it's effective? Plus also, most people are a bit self-conscious about doing this, and
no, you could say that. You need to. It needs to be timing. It's all timing.
Correct.
And I believe the statistics are that we've got to change the shot every 5 to 7 seconds.
Okay.
So otherwise, people get bored. And that's if you've got a talking head, then that's a bit of animation that people are moving. You're actually being able to witness their emotional state, and you have an emotional connection with them, even though it's through the camera. And there are tests that have proven that.
Okay.
But you do need to keep it variety, not just a talking head. And the lighting's got to be reasonably good, and the sound's got to be reasonably good.
Well, I was going to talk about the sound because, obviously here we are on a radio format as well, and the importance of that. And having previously worked in television and the station I worked at, sound wasn't necessarily very high on the agenda. And they couldn't understand why they got so many complaints. So, I mean, they were running great content, but it sounded horrible. And so consequently, people were just switching off, not because they didn't like the content, but they just couldn't put up with the bad sound. So that's the other thing with producing a video, isn't it? That you still need to actually put some effort into making it sound okay, because otherwise it's just too distracting, isn't it?
It is. It sounds amateurish, and you don't want that. It can be done at home. I mean, you can actually. Somebody that I knew set up their lounge cushions around the microphone.
Yes.
Which, because she asked me how she should do it, and I just said, well, you need to get some sound ending, and that's what she did, and it sounded great.
Yes.
And that was in a lounge.
Yeah, well, I was in a very professional recording studio the other day, and on their walls it looked like cushions. It wasn't, but a similar effect and exactly the same thing. And that's what the professionals use.
Yes,
that sort of stuff. So that works well. To discuss the whole show and tell marketing idea, but certainly the video stuff and what you're talking about with the blog posts, to contact you, what's the best way?
On my phone is 0414 288 050 or Alan at alancox.com.au.
Excellent. Alan, good luck and love the information, and we'll hear more from you on the station very shortly.
You're welcome.
Good on you.
Thanks, Tom.
Alan Cox from Show and Tell Marketing. Lots more coming up very shortly on District 32 Radio.